Hey, brief little announcement in case you haven't heard already, and I'm going to insert this into a couple videos, so excuse me if you've seen this more than once. This is my public service announcement, PSA from Mega Jeff. The lottery, the 2024 lottery is in effect. It's starting, the ball's starting to roll. It's rolling kind of slow, but I'm letting you know about it now in case you didn't know or didn't hear, because of course Bobby, who kind of runs it, has been kind of changing his channel and stuff. So link below. Get the information about it. We're looking for volunteers. Usually we need about 26, so we need to get some names in here. If you're interested in being a volunteer, if you don't know anything about the lottery, check out the video. It's just kind of fun. We've been doing it for years. Bobby's been running it for many years, and I participated at least the past 4 or 5 years. I don't know. It's been great stuff. I've sent stuff to places all over. Check it out, though, and the link will be below. You can check out and get the information about it. Volunteer. Let Bobby know you want to volunteer. We need to get some more volunteers in here. That's it for this one, though. Make sure you check it out. All right. Hey, Vinyl Community. Jeff here. Time for a contest entry for my good friend, Randall Weaver. He is celebrating his 500th. He's past it now, but when he did the contest a couple of days ago, he had 499 videos on his channel after like 5 years. So what's he averaging? About 100 a year. Yeah, I've got like twice that. But anyway, I've been kind of a little overboard. Anyway, he's under contest celebrating his 500th video posting. And so he's giving away this album that he actually bought a double of. So I thought, yeah, cool, let's do this. I've been following Randall for many years, and we've done some back and forth VCLT and stuff. So yeah, great stuff. If you haven't checked him out, check him out for sure. Link will be below. You can jump on this contest till you get to the end of April. He wants to see 5 albums that we've listened to at least 100 times, or that we anticipate will get at least 100 plays if it's something fairly new. I went with the easy route, things that I know I've listened to 100 times. Now, I made it a little more difficult because I pulled records that were not what you would probably consider my norm. I avoided pretty much all the 80s metal stuff. There are so many albums in that category that I'm sure were played to death back in the day. You know, you got the Priest and the Cruz and the Rats and the Def Leppards and Iron Maidens. I mean, there are so many. This could go on forever. So I went with a different side of things to show for this instead. So let's get into this. And I'm putting them in chronological order as far as like in my lifestyle where they came into. So it's going to start at some of the earlier stuff in life that I listened to the most. And that's Billy Joel Glass Houses. This album has gotten so many spins. I know this album backwards and forwards and lyrics and everything. It's just one of my absolute favorites. Bought it when it came out, or my mother did. I got it for Christmas, I remember, and it's just been, you know, something that always is my go-to album when I listen to this kind of stuff. And this is the Billy Joel album, my go-to. Either this, you know, 52nd Street, that's going to hang in there. The Stranger, that's going to be in there. But this by far just gives me the best feel-good feelings. So that's going to be one of them. And then as I got a little bit older, started experimenting with other music, and then of course I found this album early on, but I've spent the most time listening to it probably in later years, and that's the first Adam and the Ants song, Dirk Wears White Socks. This is the most different one than, I was going to say Kings of the Wild Frontier, because that's got just as much airplay. All of his albums have gotten just as much airplay. Prince Charming, all the Adam and the Ants stuff. But this one has become, in the past 20 plus years, my go-to album. For some reason it just resonates. It's just a different band, different feel. Everything about it's great. So and when I found this on vinyl, one of the original copies from the late 70s, import versions, I was thrilled. So there you go. Then we move into the 80s a little bit, and we do start getting into the rock and the metal and stuff, and I'm thinking, well, there's so many bands in this era, but here's one that I don't guess as many people, some people don't like this album, but Three Lock Box is where I kind of really discovered Sammy Hagar. It was kind of in this era where I became really aware of him. Now I went back and all of his earlier years stuff, the pre-Geffen years, was it Capitol Records or whatever, absolutely love that stuff. All the stuff leading up to this, of course, the one before this, Danny Hampton, could rank in here too. But this one still has been one of my go-to records over the years. it's everything about it is feel good songs for me. And if I'm thinking I'm going to listen to Sammy Hagar, I'll go back to this album. So it's just actually one of my most favorites. Now we're getting out of high school, we're getting in the military, we're running into new friends, we're expanding our horizons, and I run into a guitar friend. We're jamming together. We listen to a lot of the same hard rock and metal, and then he introduces me to jazz, and this is one of the albums he introduced me to, is Billy Cobham and Warning and Power Play. Those two albums were the first two I got, and this album has just been an absolute favorite and got me really into Billy Cobham stuff. Now his earlier stuff is more fusiony. This stuff is where he starts getting a little more contemporary, and absolutely just love this era of stuff. And this album, I have probably, again, it's ingrained in my mind just how much the rhythms and everything about it. Just absolutely love that album. And then we move a little later and we move into the 90s and we get into some other types of bands, and here's 77, Sticks and Stones. I love everything by the 77s. I've got everything that I can get my hands on. But when I have something I'm either want to let somebody hear, if I'm going to play it and I think it's palatable for everybody in the car, or it's just something I really want to hear the most, Sticks and Stones is the album that I intend to gravitate towards the most. And so this is absolutely one of my favorite. When they reissued it on vinyl with all the deluxe editions, I was super thrilled. So absolute great stuff. There's 5. Like I said, I could give you probably 100 more that I've listened to 100 times. But that's it for this one. Check out Randall's video, link below. Jump on top of this contest before it's over. And I'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.